not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, I'm the right one, yeah. 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 I'm the right one, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not the one, I'm the right one. I walk in like a bird, cold look, clear aim. You wanted smoke, I heard it. You talk big, all wordy, all bark, no bite. You can't win this fight. I seen your hand shake when the room got quiet. I don't need a threat, I bring it, then I write, yeah, yeah, yeah. Tick, tick, hear that whistle, step too close, get the missile. Blood in my eyes, stealing my jaw. Say my name once, then stand by the law. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. You paid for when you left with none. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't just a crowd, I let them come. I stare hit hard like a loaded drum. You keep on talking, I keep on moving. Your chest gets loud, but your legs ain't proving. You want that title, you want that crown. I take one look and I shut it down. I crash when the flow gets mean. I came in clean, let the scene pristine. Tick, tick, hear that whistle, step too close, get the missile. Blood in my eyes, stealing my jaw. Say my name once, then stand by the law. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. You came for when you left with none. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah, 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 yeah. I don't bend, I don't break, I don't flinch, I don't fake. Every shot you throw just feeds my pace. Every lie you spit, I put back in your face. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. You came for.
It's about the truth, not hiding it or concealing it, but exposing the truth.
Yeah.
Don't let them get away with this. Do not endorse and sanction an investigation that is broken and corrupted top to bottom. That's why you stand as the guardian of justice and the protector of justice. And my question to you is, what will you do with this moment?
Hey, you did that, look at you go. Drop that down and now the whole room know. Big heart energy still in the show. You walk in and the whole place grows. Old school smile with a fresh new grin. Same sweet spot, let the chaos in. Cards on the table, you win again. Everybody turn when you step in. Hands up, look alive. You made the whole night rise. They've been waiting on your name. Now it burns through the frame. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. You did that, and everybody knows. Turn up, toast to them, move. Let's fucking go. Big heart energy still in the show. Toast to them.
I will not be silenced, and we will continue on our journey for justice for
TRUF. Truth.
He's the mirage in the rear view glass.
It's Ray from Dallas.
Was he here? Was he there? Was he ever mine?
Ray from Dallas?
Just a trick played by time.
This dude is savage as fuck.
Or just a dream?
What up, Ray from Dallas?
Ray from Dallas, tell me true.
He's fun.
Hi, Ray.
This appears to be a black man.
Ray from Dallas. Let's take this walk.
Is he real or just a dream? Falling stars or a laser beam? Ray from Dallas, tell me true. Are you the myth or the man I knew?
This dude is
Savage as fuck.
Man, shout out to everybody on here from that 214 to around the states to across the pond. Salute. You're now rocking with your guy OFD, aka Ray from Dallas. And ladies and gentlemen, I say welcome back. I'm gonna let everybody know I appreciate them for watching these videos. The people who share the videos, you know, I'm gonna keep begging to everybody share my videos because this is important, but I appreciate the ones that do because it don't take nothing but 2 seconds. But I do appreciate everybody that do. And I do appreciate everybody who still do be here. Just hit that like button, hit that share button. If you ain't subscribed, please be subscribed. Shout out to the beautiful Classic, the beautiful Lori. Shout out to my homie Naughty Dog. Shout out to the beautiful Candy. And shout out to Free _ in the building. What's popping? I want to let y'all know I really do appreciate y'all. Because see, I'm on here, for this injustice and corruption that's going on, right? I ain't on here to try to be in no unnecessary drama or don't even make no sense. I'm keeping my head clear from that because we got bigger and better things to do around here. And it has actually been a month. Was today, on 4th of July, that I started talking about, actually a little bit before, like a couple of days before a month ago, where I was covering this Richard Allen case. And I feel proud, right, to be covering this case and understanding that every person matters, who could cover this case. So I just hope, shout out to the beautiful Alice in the building. So I just hope everybody else, continue fighting for injustice and corruption. But I love the ones that do, right? Because I really need y'all to share, like, subscribe. It help out. Let me show y'all my appreciation and turn up for Man, yeah, I need everybody more and more because it seems like, goddamn, people more interested in fucking drama than fighting injustice and corruption. Just mind-boggling and startling to me. Just mind-boggling and startling to me. Because it's easy to do that. See, my pup braved the first 4th of July. They did good. Fireworks they watched. They got louder. They went inside. Salute to everybody who enjoyed the 4th of July. It's easy to be in a mix of drama. It brings clicks. It brings people share your video. They love to share when it's drama. Right? They love to do that, love to support the channel when it's drama. But this is a crazy space we in. Because I'm like, damn, this is real shit that's going on right here with Richard Allen. And, I can't even get the normal people to even stick in, share. They say, people said, oh, I missed it. I didn't see that. With this drama, people, you see everybody in the drama. Crazy work. And if I was just strictly about drama, you know how easy it is to get in drama, especially when your name getting mentioned. That's so easy, but is it worth it? No. Because it's nothing. But I just understand what it is now, A lot of people be like, oh, what's up, Ray? What's up, Ray? What the hell? I don't ever see you over there. We can say hi. Hello. Shout out to Skinny. I know we know you about to pass out these late night. Skinny, man, I just appreciate you just popping in to say that. A lot of people don't even do that. And I ain't been knowing you nothing but a month. A lot of people don't even just pop in and whoop-de whoop, 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 whoop. I don't even do that. I'll get it though. And you get hear people to tell you, oh, don't get into it, but damn, y'all encouraging other people to get into the drama. No, I'm not getting into it, but other people getting encouraged to. Crazy work. Let's see how this go, man. People refer whether you don't agree with somebody, then they just turn completely on you. I'm like, damn. Okay. That's fine. Turn on me. I'm used to it. Because drama don't do nothing but bring headaches. Right? Headaches. But if it's some real drama, then that's when you attack it. Shout out to the beautiful suit. If it ain't no real drama, man, let it go. That's how I see it. You can't tell nobody what to do. But I thought, me, who got made to be the drama, set an example for these last months. Walking a thin line. Right? Then, you see everybody else jumping into it. People ain't jumping down their throats, though. That's crazy work. It's a difference. Like I say, it's a difference. And you could just see it because it's like, damn, man, we talking about, Richard Allen, the man who got railroaded. I don't even see them people over here. It's crazy. So, just know, you can't worry about what you can't control. You can't. So just keep pushing forward. Keep saying the message, no drama. It's crazy work. Crazy work. Like you see people who was preaching it, but in it, crazy work to me. But I do appreciate the people who heard, because I don't care if it's one person or 100. Y'all gonna get that same energy from me. Because I really mean this. Fuck the drama. Fuck the drama, man. It's about, injustice and corruption. That's what it's about. Fuck the drama. I wish that shit stopped. I really do. It'd be funny, giggles, all that, but then we losing focus. Right? It's easy for me to jump into it. My name getting mentioned, but I don't care about that. I ain't finna mention nobody's name. I ain't got no problem. The bullshit is for the birds. For the birds. So, the report, they didn't want the jury to hear. Todd Click could change Richard Allen's future. Let's take this walk. Oh yeah, let's take this walk. Let me put this picture up here. Todd Click. Todd Click Report is crucial. Delphi reports proves Richard Allen not guilty. Justice, facts, truth. Share this everywhere. Oh, Todd Click. Todd Click is a former Delphi investigator who has now ended up in prison on an unrelated matter. Regardless of what anyone thinks about his personal legal situation, it doesn't automatically determine whether the investigative work or information he brought forward in the Delphi case was inaccurate or accurate. But we know it's accurate. It's everybody. I mean, everybody. We should separate the messenger from the message. The real question is whether the evidence and investigative leads should be examined on their own merits. If important information was overlooked, dismissed, or never fully explored, that deserves scrutiny no matter who presented it. It was damn because Todd Click in jail. Justice isn't supposed to depend on personalities. It depends on facts, evidence, and a fair process. Whether the mustard seed of people, you're convinced Richard Allen is guilty, and the millions and millions who know that he is innocent, like myself, or people who are even undecided. Everyone should want credible, continue to discuss Todd Click role in the Delphi investigation. Oh yeah. That's why people steal. I mean, steal. I want to shout out to All Eyes on Delphi. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to her. I mean, when I tell y'all, she made a phenomenal video that we're about to go over. Oh, you think he's out on bail? Oh, okay. But it's a possibility. You know, they trying to send him or whatever he did, like, because I remember that now, because he in this case, the Murphy dude, be careful. I think that's what you said on one of the things, be careful. Murphy and the guy who name started with this, I can't think his name right now. Plain sight, the light of day. And he got offed. Is that Gurney? Yeah, Gurney. That's how you say his name. I know you probably say it different, but y'all know me. It's a boomer. I definitely is a boomer. Oh, Pharisee. Yeah, Pharisee. Thank you, Skinny. Shout out to All Eyes on All Eyes in Delphi. Man, oh look. Yeah, let me see that. Let me pin that. Cause she is the truth, boy. Let me pin. Oh, there we go. I pinned her link at the bottom. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe. Cause this was work she put in right here. And I appreciate it, not even knowing her, but just knowing this case now. And watching her work. Amazing. So I want to spend a few minutes talking about something that I believe deserves way more attention than this received after watching All Eyes, the Todd Click Report. And we're going to go over it today. When you look at this case from the beginning to the end, all the people who know Richard Allen is innocent, we asking, were all credible investigative leads fully explored before Richard Allen was convicted? And that's where this report comes in to the conversation. And no, I'm not saying that a single report automatically proves someone is innocent, but this single report, boy, it was signed, sealed, and delivered, where it proved beyond a reasonable doubt Richard Allen was innocent. This process, we want to believe every defendant deserves the opportunity to have relevant evidence and investigative work fairly considered. Didn't happen to Rich. Because if information exists that could reasonably affect how jurors evaluate the evidence, then we got a problem. Because Todd Click, his report isn't just another document. His report is a larger discussion about every significant lead. Was it investigated as thoroughly as it should have been before a conviction was reached? Oh, she is great. All eyes on Delphi is great. That's why us cranks, me being a new crank, hopefully I'm making all cranks look good. Hopefully I'm doing, my part for the cranks and y'all, everybody like what I'm doing. And not because it settles the case by itself, because the BS that was never fully answered. September the 21st, the appellate process exists for exactly these kind of concerns. Appeals are an opportunity to review whether important evidence was improperly excluded, whether legal errors occurred, and whether the defendant received a fair trial under the law. And no, he didn't. He said, not to mention, she supplies us all with our crank chicks. Shout out to her. Shout out to the beautiful Mar in the building. What's poppin'? It's a problem to me if you stand not on the side of innocent, on Richard Allen. Because everyone should agree that he's innocent. Everyone should agree that the justice system is the strongest when relevant lead is evaluated carefully and every defendant receives a fair trial. That's why, shout out to All Eyes, the Todd Click Report becomes part of the appellate discussion. It will, in my opinion, receive renewed attention. And this report will clearly show 100% of how he was railroaded. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, that's what should matter most. Not these suckers we see trying to win a debate or argument online. But making sure the legal process is thorough and worthy of the injustice that it did to get back the public confidence. So let's take this walk. Shout out to the beautiful classic. Because today was tough. Not tough because, like I say, you got to stay strong for Richard Allen. It was just tough seeing something that I never seen. Right? And there was this junkie, Sarah Scarborough, who was moving like Hector gave her something and she was smoking. She was in the barn with the chickens. That was a Friday reference if y'all ever seen Friday. Remember when Hector Hey, Smokey, fuck you, Hector. I ain't gonna lie, when I think every piece of evidence could hit me, because it do, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I when I get to know stuff after know stuff after know stuff about this case, you call this kid. Shout out this kid. As I get to know this case, it's like every day, I'll be like, what the? I'll be like, oh, hell. Man, that's why I say thank you, Classic. I am grateful. I be really grateful. I don't be on here trying to put on, like when a person is assisting and helping me through something and making me see the light at the end of the tunnel, bringing this script together. Man, Classic, you have been awesome. My wife and I quote 3 Fridays all day, every day. So you knew exactly what I was talking about. Sarah Scarborough. And I think that was you skinny talking about Sarah Scarborough too, but I know because all y'all know this case like from front to back, right? So it's like when I be hearing stuff and I was hearing about the sketching, right? It was in my head. Good morning, Naughty, but after seeing this junkie, oh, I could cheat, face ass dude. This bothered me. Let me play this. Oh, that's the wrong one, but I picked the wrong thing, but shout out to Classic. Boy, she got me ready, y'all. I'm telling y'all, shout out to her. No, absolutely, you know she gonna walk me through it. But I understand what's going on, right? But when I seen this right here, I was done. I apologize about that.
Have you seen the picture in the news? I mean, you've had to see that in there.
I have. I also try but I try really hard also not to look at it too much because I tell him afterwards and I just remember the mud.
Okay.
And I don't want to I'm trying to describe what I remember seeing.
Well, in previous situations I've been involved with, I'm sometimes hesitant about having the photo around because you couldn't tell that that's the actual person. Then you'd be like, oh, wait a minute, you're showing a picture of somebody. But they know that's the guy. If that picture is sitting right here with us, do you think it would help you?
It might.
Because we can cheat. I do this all the time. Like if there's surveillance photos from the bank or stuff like that, we can cheat. If you want to bring that?
Yeah, because it might help me because
it's definitely put it in context. So we don't have to make this hard. We can cheat.
No.
Let me go get it.
Yeah.
Her hands. What the fuck was she doing? That's a junkie move at its finest. I thought she was throwing up Crip and Blood signs, GD signs, whatever, Hoover signs, but that was crackhead signs. She was throwing up, I'm a dope fiend, and I need drugs, face ass. That's what she was throwing up. She was doing Vogue, yeah. Oh, she was doing Vogue. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, that's funny as fuck. We could cheat. She was doing Vogue. RuPaul looking ass, man. You know. Oh, man. Oh, I gotta watch that again. Now listen, I'm laughing at y'all comments. I ain't laughing at this bitch because, we just joking about the junkie. So I want y'all to understand I'm serious. But I'm just joking about this dope fiend junkie skank. Let's watch her do Vogue.
Have you seen the picture in the news? I mean, you've had to see that.
Hold up, we're gonna watch her in a minute. But you gotta understand the General MC. He's in the building. Man, I was watching this live tonight. Came in a little late. Man, watching the fireworks, man, that was amazing. Shout out to the General, man. Man, I'm telling you, I've been saying this since day one. Well, the General is a force to be reckoned with. And I ain't lying, ask him. I've been saying it. He is a force to be reckoned with. When you got it, you got it. It's not on him, it's in him. That's just how I'm coming. And I'm going to keep saying it. Nothing to it. No, the MC Kazi G, I call him the General. It's just and that's respectful because that's how he come across to me. He a general, like he a real general. You could just tell. He a general. Like, and I got so much respect for him, man. I think the General is my first mod. Yep. Him or the OG, I'm not sure. But it's one of them. Now let's watch this junkie, y'all remember that song, I'm a Delphi. and I need drugs, and that's my dope again. It go, no junkie ass bra right here. Let's watch this junkie do Vogue.
Have you seen the picture in the news? I mean, you've had to see that in there.
I have. I also try I have, but I try really hard also not to look at it too much because I tell him afterwards, and I just remember the mud.
Okay.
And I don't want to I'm trying to describe what I remember seeing.
Well, in previous situations I've been involved with, I'm sometimes hesitant about having the photo around because you couldn't tell that that's the actual person. Then you'd be like, wait a minute, you're showing a picture of somebody, but they know that's the guy. If that picture is sitting right here with us, do you think it would help you?
It might.
Because we can cheat. I do this all the time. Like if there's surveillance photos from the bank or stuff like that, we can cheat. You want to bring that in?
Yeah, because it might help me because
it's definitely put it in context. So we don't have to make this hard. We can cheat.
No.
Let me go get it.
Yeah.
This dirty skin ass bra skitzing like a motherfucker. That bitch would have won first place in the Vogue contest. Oh man. That bitch would have won first place. Clear cut, no debating. Bitch been practicing. The fuck was you doing, bitch? What the fuck was that for? And this is another point I want to hit right here, y'all. This is serious investigation. Serious, right? Super serious. Why you ain't looking directly at her? Why he ain't serious like they were serious with Richard Allen when they was looking at him? This is a bitch who y'all took this sketch from. The bitch said she only seen the mud. Then I found out the day she changed it to the mud and blood of the blood. Then she said blood was in her car, but they didn't test her car. Do none of that. Man. What's right? This is the most. I've been stunned. I've been thinking about this all day. This 1 minute video. He not looking at her like it's serious. He telling the bitch, listen, we under so much pressure, bitch, we could cheat. I did it before. We've been fucked up around here. We could cheat. Oh. And they found Richard Allen guilty. Yup. That was dope, man. Easy. Yup. Boy, y'all see how Skinny coming, man. But Skinny a OG too, though. Right? Skinny a OG. Like, Skinny was around, the gangster shit. Skinny was with Tupac era. Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, that ain't my era. I come up in DMX, Eminem, Nelly, and other artists like that. But as a little kid, you heard, but that wasn't my era. My era was that other era. I mean, this video right here. Somebody let me know. Was this shown in court? Yeah, Eminem. I sit back with this pack cause it zags. And this bag of this weed, it gets me the shit needed to be the most meaningless MC on this sea, on this earth. And since birth, I've been cursed with this curse to just blurt this berserk and berserk. Hold up. I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would I say I am? I'm sorry, mama. I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to make you cry, but tonight I'm cleaning out my closet. Man, nobody fucking with Eminem, man. Man, Eminem, man, I'm telling y'all like this. Every track Eminem did with somebody, he killed them. Killed them. That's like the first fucking. Yeah. Man. What was his one? Nowadays, everybody want to talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Drake. Now, what do you say to somebody you hate or really want trying to bring trouble your way? It's the day of the NWA. One day I was walking by with a Walkman on. Called the guy, get me in the hospital. Fuck you too, bitch, call the cops. I'm gonna kill you and them loud ass motherfucking barking dogs. When the cop came through, man, Drake stood next to the but I can't put up, man. Hold up, man. Oh, yeah, Lil Wayne too. Hold up, man. That's my era. That's my era, like Lil Wayne, and that's my. Like I say, all of them. That's my era. I wouldn't. And that's my era. But Lil Wayne, yes. Man, but yeah. Yeah. Man, but Eminem came in and changed the game, and he was really like that. And you know, you don't really see too many white MCs like in the hip hop field come in and do it like that. And he wasn't no skinny era vanilla ice baby. Dum vanilla ice baby. Dun now that the party is jumping. Hold up, skinny. I know how you were covered there. Nah, ain't nobody dancing to it now. Ain't nobody dancing to it. Boy, you ain't lying. Our mamas used to hate that when I used to put, I'm sorry, mama. I turn that shit off. I don't know who that is. Shout out to the homie Scott McGinnis. You got to refresh me on who that is. Ooh, shout out to the OG, triple OG, El Jefe himself, the Don Dada, numero uno. When it come on to me, he said the only hip hop I'm into is MC Snow. MC Snow. MC Snow. Oh, but you, MC Snow, OG. Informer. Huh? I don't know who that is. Is that one of them? It probably was one of them. Oh, shit. Oh, no, that is. Oh, man. I don't know who that is. Oh, yeah, like tonight I was watching the fight. It's tonight, right? I don't know who you talking about, Scott. I really don't. And, you know, like, if they going against the grain on, you know, I ain't with none of that. But I don't know who that is that you were saying earlier. Scott. I don't know who that is. Oh, just like tonight, I was watching the fight. It was in Cleveland, Ohio, right? Another white rapper who actually good, Machine Gun Kelly, right? He walked out the young black fighter Abdullah Mason, you know, like, and he the biggest in Cleveland, and Machine Gun Kelly one of the biggest rappers that was in this world. He do major numbers on that, and that's what I learned out about this hip hop world. Just because you don't see them like you see them, the music is different. Just like when we was growing up, and then we used to hear the old heads say, "Oh, the music ain't like it used to be," right? You know. No, but no, you got this young fighter, Abdullah Mason. He was fighting tonight, and I promise you, go look it up. I ain't lying. That's what I was doing. That's why I started this live so late. He was the last fight, and Machine Gun Kelly walked him out with his song, "The Champ is Here." Oh, he was in the locker room with him. He was in the locker room with him for sure. But yeah, my era was Eminem, Nelly, DMX. I could just name the locks. It's a bunch of them, right? But I came up when the South took over. But that's another story. I don't know how the fuck we got on this hip hop. What the fuck did that come from? I've just been rambling for 10 fucking minutes. I thought I saw a putty cat. I did see a putty cat face ass. But with my extra talking ass, I talk so much I could slap my god dang self. You said MGK is a clown? You don't like MGK? I mean, everybody don't like everybody, I guess. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, shit. Oh, if you know, you know. Boy, OG, boy. Yeah, the general say my era was NWA. The Doc, you know, he from Dallas. Man, look at the general. The Doc from Dallas, KRS-One. No, it ain't that you old. You grew up. Man, you came up in a great era, MC. Great era. boy, the OG. Oh, 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 man. Man, he was hard too. And you know, Doc wrote all them lyrics for Dre and a lot of people, you know, especially when he had that Rick and he lost his voice. That's when he became a hell of a writer. Yeah, no, it's time. Yeah, you're right, Classic. Time to get back to regular scheduled programming. Boy, I'm extra as a motherfucker. I mean, all right, y'all. Now look, let's get back to it because, like I said, I'm for this injustice and corruption for real. Man, I'm so motivated and I love this so much with everything in me, man. I am going to go harder than hard because we as a tribe, we as a community, right? And we're going to rise above it all and we're going to knock down the BS. So let me give us some inspiration before we get into this. Man, and y'all, I heard that boy. Oh, y'all must have forgot. I smoke, I drink, I supposed to stop, but I can't. I'm a dog, I love, and I'm addicted to money, cars, and clothes, doing big deal. Oh, look. Oh, OG, I'm about to get you my picture of me and Roy, and I done interviewed Roy a whole lot of times. Roy, Bernard Hopkins, like, man, Muslim boy, OG. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm up. I'm saying you're not gonna get this done. Y'all must have forgot. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. No. Oh, my God. Best rapper pound for pound, yep. Yep. Nah, I will get that. I will go there, yep. Oh, shout out to the beautiful Kayla_Jones. She's in the building. Salute. Oh, man. Man, see. Oh, gee. That's why he great at what he do. See, like I tell y'all, anybody in this community, he is the one person who I relate to, like when I'm hearing him talking. You see how he do just when he on this show, cracking his jokes and laughing and doing all that. Oh man, like just relate to the most. Like, man, OG. And I rock with the OG, right, wrong, or indifference. That's how I'm coming. I don't give a fuck. I'm biased as a motherfucker. Now, y'all, let me play this so we can really get this show started.
That's what this case is about. It's about the truth, not hiding it or concealing it, but exposing the truth.
Yeah.
Don't let them get away with this. Do not endorse and sanction an investigation that is broken and corrupted top to bottom. That's why you stand as the guardian of justice and the protector of justice. And my question to you is, what will you do with this moment?
Hey, you did that, look at you go. Drop that down and now the whole room know. Big heart energy still in the show. You walk in and the whole place grows. Old school smile with a fresh new grin. Same sweet spot, let the chaos in. Cards on the table, you win again. Everybody turn when you step in. Hands up, look alive. You made the whole night rise. They've been waiting on your name. Now it burns through the frame. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. You did that, and everybody knows. Turn up, toast to them, bro. Let's fucking go. Big heart energy still in the show. Toast to them.
I will not be silenced, and we will continue on our journey for justice for John O'Keefe and for Karen Reed.
Talk that shit, goat. I will not be silenced. You heard how you coming. Let's get to it. The report they didn't want the jury to hear. Todd Click could change Richard Allen's future. Let's take this walk. As I've been covering this case, one of the main persons I've been watching a lot is Bob Mata. Shout out to Bob and Ali Mata, the dynamic duo of Defensive Diaries, right? Him, the beautiful Andrea Burkhart, right? And other people as well, right? Nick Starro, right? But it been Bob Marley and Andrea Burkett because their coverage on this was sensational and phenomenal. And they hit the key points, right? But today was a little rough for me today, right? It was a little rough. And I'm gonna tell you why it was rough. Because, you know, I respect people who this they feel, right? But I still got that faith in me 100% that Richard Allen on this appellate that's coming up on September the 21st, it should be clear cut, no debating, but not gonna play everything that the whole show from the day. But there's a couple of things I want to play before I get to this Todd Click Report because this matters. Shout out to Bob Motta, Defensive Diaries.
The problem with appellate work is that they have page limits. So, because I think, T, when you and I were looking through the initial brief, we're like, God, why didn't they bring this up? Why didn't they bring that up? Why didn't they bring it? And when you have those page limits, and they asked for an extension of pages, right? So the court gave them that, but it was like, you have to pick and choose your battles, right? And the question, and so you're relying on the appellate counsel, and both Mark Lehman and Stacey Liana are phenomenal Indiana appellate attorneys. Like they're as good as you can get in that state. And, so you have faith that they went through everything and picked the things that they thought were the strongest things, again, and I never want to be critical of other attorneys. It's like, it's hard for me to do that. But when you select issues, when you had so many different things that you could have addressed that I thought were absolute Sixth Amendment issues that went right to the heart of what happened in this case, and you selected issues where or you should have known that there's going to be a waiver problem, meaning the defense didn't object at trial, it saddens me. So, they're going to have the reply brief, and in the reply brief, it's exactly what it sounds like. You're replying to the state's arguments. It's not your opportunity to bring in all the things that you wish that you could have brought in or that you should have brought in your brief itself. So they're going to be somewhat limited there. And I hope against all hope that they're not going to try to go to the appellate court on bended knee and say, look, judges, the Constitution and fairness require you to give them a pass on the fact that they didn't object to trial, because that's a technicality. They clearly had issues with this. They filed the requisite motions pre-trial. They clearly were denied hearings on these matters. And, you can see that this is an issue that they were wanting to preserve for the appeal if he's convicted. And, going it with hat in hand saying, please, just from everything that Michael Osbrook tells me, and I'll take his word to the bank every single day, they're not going to do it. They're going to say, no, waive. So what that means to me is that issues 3 and 4, which are the Napui issue, and the third issue, which gets into the evidentiary stuff, and her barring it from coming in, is where they have to just lay waste. They have to just dig into that. I just prefer almost to see them concede, like if we could dedicate very little ink to those 2 top issues, because I think it's a non-starter. Mm-hmm. So in my estimation, where I'd like to see them just make hay is get into those next 2 things, because I think that those are potentially Napui / Glossop is the final issue there. And again, this harkens back to the motion to correct error. And like I said, Michael Osbrook's a pretty smart guy. And that's where this case, I think, can end up in a new trial, like where I think that they're going to affirm on the first 2 just immediately. But I think 3 and 4, you've got some ability to make some real ground with the appellate court there.
So he stated Matui / Glossop. That's what they got to attack to get a new trial. He said he don't like to be critical of attorneys, but in this case, they could have brought in other information, right? That they wasn't gonna get a waiver for because they didn't object to it. Boy, I'm learning, y'all. Boy, it's like when you start learning and you start getting it, you be like, oh, okay, right? But he also stated too, right, that they had a lot on their plate because that's what we seen Richard Allen was going through. They want to hurry up and get him out that situation. Now, credit to Bob. He said he would have waited longer to get it right, but any understandable, normal human being would understand why they tried to hurry up and get him out of there. Okay, then let's continue to the next before we get to this Todd Click Report.
To make some real ground with the appellate court there.
What kind of probability you give this, Bob?
Yeah.
I don't know. I rely on, guys and gals.
Okay, so Classic say, right, on the replay, the defense countered that. I don't think it is waived. Okay, so hopefully you're with Classic saying so. I'm going with that. Thank you, Classic.
To make some real ground with the appellate court there.
What kind of probability you give this, Bob?
Yeah.
I don't know. I rely on, guys and gals that practice in Indiana for kind of like, I don't know, Michael's, he's given it like I haven't asked him for a percentage, and I say that because I rely on people that argue in that state,
sure.
As judges, because for me to say it, having never argued in front of any of those judges and not doing appellate work there is kind of fruitless for me to guess. But if they address the Napui Glossop issue, fairly, he gets a new trial. So, I mean, that's...
Let me rephrase easier question on this. Do you think they're optimistic?
I think they're frankly more optimistic of it getting kicked up to the Indiana Supreme Court.
Is that the next step if this gets denied here?
Yeah, that's the next step.
So how does that look? What does that, kind of roughly look like from a 10,000 foot level for a place we're not at yet?
So according to the people in the know from Indiana that do this for a living, they say that as to issues 1 and 2, that assuming that the appellate court affirms on all count, and affirm means that they're agreeing with the state, they're affirming the conviction. All right, so that's what that word means. Mm-hmm. So if they affirm on all counts at that point, they're basically, they apply to the Indiana Supreme Court. I forget what the exact term of art is for the document that they file with them, where they're saying, hey, we really need you to take a look at this thing. And I believe Michael said that they look at it fresh, as opposed to relying on what the appellate court looked at. So they're going to look at it with fresh eyes. And he says that out of the two, that this Indiana Supreme Court is going to be far more inclined to look at the merits, that they might be willing to look past the waiver issues and get to the heart of the issues. So that's kind of how that thing looks. And, whether or not that's going to happen is obviously going to depend on whether or not they affirm on what I think are the two. I mean, the third issue is relating to the fact that they couldn't put on a defense. Mm-hmm. I mean, to me, it's such a huge issue. Yeah. Literally barred them from being able to put on any kind of substantive defense. Like, and we're, when she kept saying that there's no nexus, when you've got this guy saying that he spit on one of the girls and put, sticks near her head, like to make it look like antlers. And she's saying that there's no nexus when that person had no reason to know that sticks were left on the girls at all, mm-hmm. in any way, shape, or form. If that's not somebody knowing about the facts of the crime, yeah. I don't know what is. Why is it, when people are like, oh, well, that guy's got an IQ of a grapefruit. I don't give a shit.
Most people doing the shit too.
Right. Yeah, that's a great point, Rob. Exactly.
When they say it's no nexus, right? When this Michael Myers slimy, creamy face piece of shit in Elvis Fields. If spit was found on one of the girls, could I explain it away? Would I get in trouble? Man, who says that dumbass shit? Who says that dumbass shit? Oh my. Oh wait. And then, they say it's not, y'all say it's not waived. I'm just going on what he said, but and I'm not saying I don't believe y'all, I'm just going on what he said. He said they optimistic that it's gonna go to the Supreme Court. Not make it through the appellate. Right? So, like I said, that it puts me back some, because you got to respect these people in the field and what they saying. because this is what they do. But I pray to God that the technicalities of them talking about them waivers or what y'all said, right? I pray for that. So, yeah, shout out to Annie. Yeah, it will never be the same. So, he don't have to be in there no more longer, right? But I just want to play that, give a little recap of earlier today video, right? And we should get to some more, but I got to play this part of this junkie and this dirty ass fucking, what is this? Who is this cop, y'all, that's fucking interviewing this junkie and the junkie Sarah Scarborough? Who is this cop? Who is this junkie? Who is this cop? Who is this fucking junkie ass cop interviewing her? Yeah, Vogue, because when they was looking at, he wasn't even looking at her. This is serious, right? Look the way you dummies was looking at Richard Allen. Looking, okay, thank you, Classic. Oh, that's the sketch artist? Oh my fucking God, say we could cheat. So this, oh my God. Boy, this mind-boggling. But this tore me up right here.
Have you seen the picture in the news? I mean, you've had to see that in there.
I have. I also try but I try really hard also not to look at it too much because I tell him afterwards and I just remember the mud.
Okay.
And I don't want to I'm trying to describe what I remember seeing.
Well, in previous situations I've been involved with, I'm sometimes hesitant about having the photo around because you couldn't tell that that's the actual person. Or then you'd be like, wait a minute, you're showing a picture of somebody, but they know that's the guy. If that picture is sitting right here with us, do you think it would help you?
It might.
Because we can cheat. I do this all the time. Like if there's surveillance photos from a bank or stuff like that, we can cheat. You want to bring that?
Yeah, because it might help me because
it's definitely put it in context. So we don't have to make this hard. We can cheat.
No.
Let me go get it.
Yeah.
We could cheat. I remember the mud. Now I need that stupid ass body language expert, Classic, whatever the fuck his name was, who was sound like a fucking buffoon fool, the way he was talking about body language, to do his body language. Look at him step up. Look at him. Step up the way he stepped up. Oh, and we could cheat. He wasn't looking at her. What you say about that? What the fuck was that dumbass body expert name? Who was saying, Richard Allen was looking suspicious. Yeah, Dr. fucking Stupid G. Now, Dr. Stupid G, I wonder if you did a fucking body language on this. Yeah, give me 1 second.
The wind hums low, a hollow refrain through cracked window panes. It calls my name. The clock ticks slow, its echo stays.
Yeah, Dr. fucking G. Dr. fucking stupid G. It just look like, when you look at him, it just look like idiot. And it's like, damn, you call yourself a body language expert. How the fuck was you that goddamn off, Dr. G? Well, I want to see you do a body language expert on this fucking FBI sketch artist. His reaction, the way he was looking frontwards and saying we could cheat. Oh, that's disgusting. Now, shout out to the beautiful All Eyes on Delphi. All Eyes, shout out to her. I mean, when I tell you this was excellent, the way she put this together, you're Dr. G wrong. Yeah, son of a bitch. Let's check out her work. And man, it's amazing. This is the Todd Click Report.
The summary of Todd Click's investigation is based on his affidavit, sworn testimony at the hearing on Richard Allen's motion to dismiss, held on March 18th, 2024, and the 12-page report written by Indiana State Police Detective Kevin Murphy.
My name is Todd Click. I am currently a parole agent with the state of Indiana. Prior to that, I was a police officer with the Rushville Police Department for a little more than 20 years. From February 6th, 2001, then I retired December 31st, 2021. I provided investigative assistance to 2 other detectives assisting the Delphi homicide investigation, Greg Ferenczi, who was both a Terre Haute police officer and an FBI Joint Terrorism Task Force member, and Detective Kevin Murphy, who was both a detective for the Indiana State Police and also an FBI Joint Terrorism Task Force member. In terms of investigative support, I assisted in conducting interviews and trying to gather evidence for roughly 3 years. I began providing assistance approximately June 2018, and I ceased when Detective Ferenczi was shot and killed in the line of duty July 7th, 2021. During our investigation, we learned that on February 14th, 2017, a man in Rushville, Indiana.
Elvis was rambling, hyper, borderline incoherent. He told me someone named Abigail was a troublemaker, so he had to give her horns. Something about being in a gang now and having a brother. He tried to give me a blue jacket, but I told him I already had a jacket. After Elvis made these statements to me, I heard about the Delphi murders and put 2 and 2 together. It was sometime 2 to 3 weeks after the murders, but me and my husband Troy drove to Delphi to talk to law enforcement about the things Elvis told me on February 14th.
Mary Jacobs. She talking about this Michael Myers melt-faced looking son of a bitch in Elvis Fields. And like I say, R.I.P. to Greg Ferenczi for real. But, and they report his own sister, Mary Jacobs, and his other sister too. She gonna come up. Say he tried to give her a blue jacket. Boy, this is diabolical. His own sisters come forward and they look the other way in my Alan Jackson voice on this Todd Click Report. Oh, how this report means everything. This diabolical how penguin face gold shit and the other superiors. They basically said, go put that shit in the bottom of the barrel. Oh yeah, that too, Skin. She passed that too. Oh, that's in there too, yeah. And then y'all say the one who did the test came up killed? Just odd. Oh, you ain't Judge Odin. Yeah, you ain't lying. Say, you ain't lying, Mark. Say, Mark. That got some merit to it. Then the one who did the polygraph test to her. Oh, and yes, somebody did give a sketch that looked like Elvis. Man, this diabolical, y'all. His sisters. He tried to give her a blue coat. Oh, blue coat sound familiar, don't it? Okay, let's continue.
Paragraph 5 of the intake report, with Delphi double homicide written at the top of the page, memorializes Mary's meeting with law enforcement in Delphi. While in Delphi, Mary talked to law enforcement about the things Elvis had told her on February 14th. On October 2017, Elvis moved in with his older sister, Joyce Moffett, following the death of her boyfriend. On October 23, 2017, Elvis told her the following.
He said he was in a lot of trouble and was going away for a long time because he was on that trail and that bridge with those girls when they were murdered. He said there were 2 other people with him when it happened and that he spit on one of the girls.
Oh, wow. His other sister, Joyce Moffett. Melty Face moved in after her significant other, whatever happened to him, right? And he told her, I'm going to be in big trouble. I'm going to go away from, because I was there that day. Man, this is diabolical. Shout out to the beautiful Miss U.S. Lily in the building. Both of his sisters. Are telling them. But then I heard the polygraph. Woman got killed. Then they say her daughter, Stephanie Thompson, RIP to her, classic say, and her daughter Maya. And yeah, that's not a coincidence, like Candy said. They claimed that the spit was a tear on Libby's face. Oh my God. Somebody help me, please. Both of his sisters. Man, shout out to All Eyes on Delphi. All Eyes, boy, man, this is the truth. This is work right here. And they said, and I heard there was a lot of people who went to the upper room because of this case. That's not a coincidence. That's not a coincidence, y'all. And can't nobody make me believe that's a coincidence. So all of a sudden, the polygraph person who did her polygraph, they passed with flying colors. Now, she ended up in the upper room. Are you kidding me? Man, shout out to the beautiful Nicola Kazi Maxwell. She said, I'm here to say free Richard Allen. I'll be on replay again. Love you, right? And family, please show respect to right. On Star Share, especially with this case, Carrie, it was mild in comparison. Man, Nicola. Nicola. Like, I thought that was terrible. Let's not get that twisted. But that ain't got nothing on this. Oh my. And they let this Michael Myers melty face mutt just nothing happened. I can't make this up, y'all. This is terrible. Not one of his sisters, both of them. Oh, let's continue.
In December 2017, Mary enlisted the help of an old acquaintance named Misty Moore. Since law enforcement had not followed up with Mary from earlier in the year when she drove to Delphi and described what Elvis Fields had told her, Mary was still convinced that Elvis was involved in the murders, but nothing has been done about it. Misty Moore worked for Homeland Security out of Greenfield, and when Mary was hoping Misty could assist in locating someone from law enforcement to become interested in Elvis Fields. Mary talked to Misty Moore, who then passed the information on to the proper law enforcement channels. Mary was brought in to be interviewed in January 2018. On February 1st, 2018, the state police gave Mary Jacobs a polygraph to determine whether Mary was being truthful about what Elvis told her almost a year earlier. On page 3 of Mary's pre-examination interview report, polygraph examiner Stephanie Thompson recorded that Mary Jacobs stated the following.
Elvis told me Abigail was a little troublemaker, that he placed leaves on her, and that he used sticks to give her horns.
Mary passed the polygraph. ISP Trooper Purdy was present but was not able to watch Thompson administer the examination or hear Mary's answers. Based upon what Mary Jacobs told law enforcement in January 2018, and upon Mary passing the polygraph in February 2018, law enforcement interviewed Elvis on February 27, 2018.
Hey, man, I hope you feel better, Nicola. Love you to death. So, who is this Misty? But she passed the information along. Stephanie did it. They say, oh, somebody went in there to hear her see it. Man, what is we doing? This his sisters telling on him. Said Abigail was a little troublemaker. And he put horns on her. Remember the ruins? Who knows detail like that? Oh, wait. Let's continue.
This interview was videotaped. ISP Trooper Jerry Holman conducted this interview. ISP Trooper Kevin Murphy was also present. Elvis told Holman and Murphy that he usually kept his phone on him and that he had proof of witness that he didn't leave Rushville on February 14, 2017. During this interview, Elvis agreed to take a mouth swab that would be used for his DNA. Holman and Murphy explained that the purpose of the mouth swab was so that Elvis was aware that the DNA from his mouth swab would be compared to the DNA from the crime scene. At the conclusion of the interview, Murphy dropped Elvis off at his trailer. After Elvis exited the police vehicle and walked towards his trailer, Elvis turned around before entering his house and walked back to Murphy's vehicle. When Elvis came near the squad car, Elvis posed this question. What would happen if his spit was found on one of the girls? But he has an explanation. Would he still be in trouble? Elvis then walked back to his trailer. Murphy immediately called Unified Command and communicated with Detective Jay Harper. This information was relayed to Unified Command to see if they'd be willing to get a search warrant for Elvis Fields' house.
What would happen if my spit was found on one of the girls and I could explain it away? He told that to Murphy. So Murphy, let's continue.
Rod Abrams was interviewed on February 27, 2018. Rod told detectives that Elvis Fields worked for Ned Smith from 2005 to 2017. When the
cops weren't doing anything, so his sister went to a friend who worked at Homeland Security, Misty Moore, to help. Oh my. See, if this case get any more fucked up, as this shit coming all together, his sister, the cops weren't doing nothing, so she had to go seek out for help. She was trying to stop to show them who it was, and they didn't. You see how sick and twisted this is? This is some evil shit. The police wasn't helping her. So his sister had to go get her friend from Homeland Security to put what the fuck? But this is diabolical, y'all. That's why I say, man, when I think about shit that is going on, so, trying to, anything with this drama, anything, man, I'm thinking about the GOAT, and then I'm thinking about Richard Allen. And say that shit don't mean nothing to me. What else is, with some bullshit that you probably be thinking on, ain't nothing compared to this. I can't say 2 years in, and I'm still learning something new and find things I missed in the first and second time. Sue said too true, this case is effed up. Class said you can't make this shit up if you try. See, here go another thing, gal. This is blasphemy at its finest. She had to go seek out for her own help. The sisters was telling on this melted Michael Myers candle melt wax face piece of shit. He told one of his sisters he was trying to give her a blue coat. Told the sister he in trouble. He finna go away a long way. Like now they say small town, let's put it on somebody. But this is diabolical. That's that Odin shit though. They all got to be together. There ain't no other way to look at this shit. All them motherfuckers is in the mix with each other. Cause how the fuck you have this overwhelming evidence against this piece of shit, and he's just dumb as a fucking rock to say if my spit was found on a girl, and I could explain it away, would I get in trouble? And then they say the spit coming from a fucking tear on the precious child face. Are you kidding me? Oh, wait, man. Damn. She had to go get her own help because Dale police department wasn't doing a motherfucking thing. Oh. Let's continue.
Rod Abrams was interviewed on February 27, 2018. Rod told detectives that Elvis Field worked for Ned Smith from 2005 to 2017. When detectives asked Rod if they can look at his phone to see any text between him and Elvis, Rod refused, claiming that Elvis no longer has his phone number after Rod changed phones. When Rod is asked if Ned Smith and Elvis Fields will also say they were all in Muncie visiting a sick friend in the hospital, February 13, 2017, Rod doesn't answer the question, but after a long pause, he tells a rambling story about how Ned doesn't always remember things. Rod tells detectives that Elvis was communicating with a 12-year-old girl on the internet and was discussing inappropriate things. Elvis used Facebook to communicate with young girls ages 13, 14, and 15. When detectives asked Rod if Elvis ever talked about doing anything to a couple of girls, there's also a long pause, but Rod finally answers, no. The detective then asks, are you sure? And Rod says that Elvis has never. I mean, he has. The detective then points out, you kind of hesitated when I asked you that. On June 20th, 2018, Detectives Ferenczi and Murphy came to Rushville to conduct a second interview with Elvis Fields.
So this Rod Abrams, did you hear this shit in the Todd Click Report? He had been communicating with a girl. He said no. Oh, well, yeah, he did. Then he say Ned Smith could make up stories. Oh, this is diabolical, y'all. And yeah, remember when Holman said someone could scoop up spit and take it to the crime scene? This is the dumbest shit you could fucking say in the fucking world, bruh. Oh, this makes me sick to my fucking stomach. And I ain't bullshit. This is dirty. I'm talking about super dirty. That's why I tell everybody this report is important. Not just this report, but everything that they did to keep the information out is important, but this is super important. Oh, wait.
They asked to use our interview room in the Rushville Police Department. They asked me if I would be willing to operate the equipment for them. They asked me if I was familiar with Elvis Fields, to which I was, to which Detectives Ferenczi and Murphy asked if I would watch the interview and give them a hometown opinion. I have had contact with Elvis Fields on numerous occasions. He is not a very smart individual, but he has not been diagnosed with any type of intellectual disability that I'm aware of. He would not be the first person with a low mental capacity to commit a serious crime. Elvis told Ferenczi and Murphy that he remembered being at home in Rushville on February 13, 2017. The spit comment from Elvis to Murphy back on February 27, 2018 was not recorded, but when confronted during this interview, Elvis admitted to Ferenczi and Murphy that he somewhat remembered making those comments. Elvis unequivocally denied knowing Johnny Messer. On June 28, 2018, attorney Jill Gonzalez, who was hired by Ned Smith to represent Elvis Fields, contacted ISP Trooper Jay Harper and informed Harper that Elvis would not be taking a polygraph pursuant to her advice. Harper told the attorney that if Elvis refused to take a polygraph, that Elvis could not be excluded as a witness and would also possibly be under consideration as a person of interest. Harper ended his report by indicating that no further this time would be conducted regarding Elvis Fields.
Now ask yourself, first off, I thought they didn't know each other. They said, but we know that's a lie. Then why would Ned Smith do that? Why would he do that? get an attorney and say, I represent him on my behalf. Like Claire said, they just cleared him. Oh my. Oh wait. Damn. And I remember her and Sloop them when they was reading, Candle Melted Face Elvis interview. Man. Oh wait, y'all. Let's continue. Shout out to Ken. She said every time I hear Smith, I need to check something. I wrote it down because I still haven't checked. Yep, just lawyer up or straight not cooperate and they'll clear you. That's fucked up, ain't it? And what's crazy is Richard Allen was cooperating. They was lying, putting words in him, trying to make him say that was him when it wasn't, and saying he had on knee shoes when he said he had on tennis shoes. And boy, that's cold blooded to know. All you gotta do is lawyer up or not cooperate, and you will get cleared. Oh my. Because that's exactly what this is portraying. Judge Gore shit. She made this case so lopsided. Yep, they cleared everyone in incorporation. Said Patrick was filed in cooperation, so they cleared him. Oh my. Oh, and she talked about him and her on how old buddy Brad, I think, was scared of him. Let's continue.
On February 13, 2017, phone records apparently show that Elvis's phone stayed in the same place in Rushville from approximately 10:30 a.m. to approximately 7:30 p.m. Phone records also show that Elvis, for some reason, did not use his phone for roughly 9 hours. On August 22, 2018, Elvis's other sister, Joyce Moffett, was interviewed by Detectives Ferenczi and Murphy. On 2 previous occasions, Joyce had denied that Elvis made incriminating statements to her. However, in the 3rd interview, Joyce reluctantly recounted to Ferenczi and Murphy statements that Elvis Field had made to her in the fall of 2017. According to Joyce,
Elvis moved in with me after my boyfriend passed away in October.
Joyce recounted the following statements Elvis made to her in the kitchen October 23, 2017, at a time when they were living together under the same roof.
He said he was in a lot of trouble and was going away for a long time because he was on that trail and that bridge with those girls when they were murdered. He said there were 2 other people with him when it happened and that he spit on one of the girls.
I was told by Detectives Ferenczi and Murphy they were going to try to contact Unified Command again to obtain a search warrant for the residents of Elvis Fields. We ultimately never heard anything from Unified Command, and Detective Ferenczi and Murphy were unable to give me answers to whether or not we were going to get authorization to get a search warrant. However, throughout this time frame, we continued to conduct several other interviews, and we were able to connect Elvis Fields to a gentleman by the name of Josh Chrisman.
Damn. I mean, damn. You got them officers working, getting all this info. They trying to get this search warrant. And it's cases this big when they got the two sisters who are, letting them know that Richard has been telling them these tales. And he was with all these guys. This just show you clear cut, no debating. They connected in some type of way. And they must do whatever they need to do to protect whatever. Like, that's what I'm saying. Because, man, you expect the law enforcement to protect and serve, and they getting all this information with the sister saying that about Elvis, and then his phone, it was in Rushville, but it wasn't used for 9 hours. Is that normal? And everybody know that's not normal. Oh, wait. This, man, that's crazy, y'all. Let's continue.
Chrisman was originally part of a group called the American Guard. There was a Make America Great Again rally that was held in Indianapolis in approximately 2016, where the American Guard and the Vinlanders joined ranks. And after the rally, held a house party at a gentleman's house by the name of Mickey McLinney, who was also a Vinlander. McLinney was also friends with a gentleman by the name of Brian James, who was the head of the American Guard. Josh Chrisman was a semi-truck driver that conducted deliveries for a company called Flynn Livestock that would transport hogs to a different facility, including Weinschmann's Pig Farm in Delphi and the Tyson plant in Logansport. Willis Fields worked under the table at Flynn Livestock, and he would get paid by the drivers to load and unload the semis, and he would periodically ride with the drivers to make deliveries. In addition to our interviews, we looked at social media and found some pictures of Willis Fields' Facebook page and Brad Holder's Facebook page that were very similar in nature. The similarities were very odd, and we believe this was another connection between Holder and Elvis.
The American Guard. A talk with, oh my. Of Odin, Canada. The founder of the American Guard is a longtime white supremacy named Brian James, founding member of the Vinlanders social media club and its successor soldiers of Odin, USA. Is we good? We good? I'm sorry, General. Oh, I seen that miss. We better. Let me. I think I'm still glitching. Well, I don't know. We'll see. But let me continue. Where we at? Right here.
On August 29, 2018, Rod Abrams was interviewed for a second time by Detectives Ferenczi and Murphy. When asked where he and Elvis were on February 13, 2017, Rod said that he, Elvis, and Ned Smith were in Muncie on the day visiting a sick friend at the hospital. In addition to remembering that they were at the hospital in Muncie, Rod also stated that both he and Elvis had their phones with them. When told that law enforcement would check cell phone records to see if Rod was actually at the hospital in Muncie, Rod explained, hospitals cut cell receptions on phones because they interfere with hospital equipment, so their phones would probably not show where they were in the hospital in Muncie. According to the phone records, Rod, Elvis, and Ned Smith were not at the hospital in Muncie on February 13, 2017. Elvis was interviewed a third time on October 18, 2018. Ned Smith, who paid an attorney, Jill Gonzalez, to represent Elvis during his June 20th, 2018 interview. In doing so, Ned was able to learn what type of questions were being asked of Elvis and give Ned the opportunity to end the interview if Elvis started saying anything which might incriminate them. Ned claimed throughout the interview that he is a father figure to Elvis and Rod, and that he was rarely separated from Elvis. Ned claimed to be around Elvis every single day in 2017. In addition to Elvis Fields, Detective Ferenczi and Murphy were also looking at Brad Holder of Logansport and Patrick Westfall of Delphi. They asked me if I could help them find a connection between Mr. Holder, Mr. Westfall, and Elvis Fields. While reviewing some of the photographs on Brad Holder's Facebook page, I located a photograph with approximately 5 individuals wearing Vinlander t-shirts. In the photos, I identified Brad Holder and Patrick Westfall as the gentleman standing between the two of them that I immediately recognized to be Johnny Messer, an individual from Rushville, Indiana. Messer has been arrested numerous times from Rushville Police Department, so I was very familiar with him. Following the recognition that Messer was hanging out with Brad Holder and Patrick Westfall, and my knowledge derived from the previous incidents that Messer's uncle, Billy Messer, used to live with Elvis Fields, I contacted Detectives Ferenczi and Murphy specifically to tell them to look at the photo, as the individual standing in between Brad Holder and Patrick Westfall was Messer, as I believe this was significant in connecting Holder, Westfall, Messer, and Elvis. On October
Messer, Fields, Westfall, and Holder. Like Classic say, the only person told the truth was Rick. All of them fucking lied. All violent fuckers, like classics say. How does this just fly over, you know, the people who in charge and even bigger people? This must not fly over the motherfucking appellate court head. €130. This must not fly over the motherfucking appellate court head. Let's continue.
On October 23rd, 2018, Detectives Ferenczi and Murphy came back to Rushville to conduct an interview with Messer. Messer claimed to have never been to Delphi. Although Elvis Fields unequivocally denied knowing Messer in his June 20th, 2018 interview, Messer told me that Elvis lived with his Uncle Billy Messer. Messer further stated that he would take firewood over to his Uncle Billy's home during the winter that Elvis was living there. Messer explained that Rob Abrams, Ned Smith, and Elvis Fields were all interested in joining the Vinlanders, but that he did not think the Vinlanders would be interested in them. Messer's comment appears as an attempt to distance himself from being the person that connected Holder with someone like Elvis, in light of the fact that Dougie, a man who was mentally infirm, had been affiliated with the club. We prepared a graphic of information showing the connections between Messer, lower functioning individuals, and some of the background information, including the fact that Messer was on home detention for a January 2018 meth arrest. According to Taylor Hornaday,
Johnny recruited people all the time.
In the summer of 2016, Messer was recruiting men that lived in his Rushville apartment complex to attend Vinlander meetings. Through our investigation, we also realized that Elvis had begun mimicking and recreating Brad Holder's Facebook posts by that same summer. I specifically asked Messer if he had tried to recruit anyone from the Rushville area to be part of the Vinlanders. He denied that he did. However, individuals we later connected to Messer through our investigation advised that despite his denial, Messer had tried to recruit them into the Vinlanders. Brandon Mansfield was one of the individuals we later interviewed who advised that in the summer of 2016, Johnny Messer was recruiting men that lived in his Rushville apartment complex to attend Vinlanders meetings. After conducting our interview with Messer, we also conducted an interview with Taylor Hornaday, a former girlfriend of Messer. She provided information that proved fruitful to our investigation. Taylor was able to provide photographs of Messer, Patrick Westfall, Brad Holder, and several other individuals taken during club meetings or outings that the Vinlanders group conducted. We later conducted a series of interviews with those individuals. Taylor told us,
Johnny, Brad, and Patrick were all Vinlanders. They're all Odinists. All Vinlanders are.
Taylor described how Holder and Westfall took advantage of mentally infirmed man by the name of Dougie, asking him to perform menial tasks for them. Based on the information Taylor provided, we prepared a PowerPoint presentation that discusses Dougie being used by Holder and Messer as a gopher.
It just gets more unbelievable. And it's been unbelievable. But to me, since I'm a month in, it just gets more unbelievable. Every time I see this. Oh, wait. All this evidence. February 2017, the American Guard went national. Excuse me, y'all. All this evidence. Listen to this again. This is diabolical.
On October 23rd, 2018, Detectives Ferenczi and Murphy came back to Rushville to conduct an interview with Messer. Messer claimed to have never been to Delphi. Although Elvis Fields unequivocally denied knowing Messer in his June 20th, 2018 interview, Messer told me that Elvis lived with his Uncle Billy Messer. Messer further stated that he would take firewood over to his Uncle Billy's home during the winter that Elvis was living there. Messer explained that Rob Abrams, Ned Smith, and Elvis Fields were all interested in joining the Vinlanders, but that he did not think the Vinlanders would be interested in them. Messer's comment appears as an attempt to distance himself from being the person that connected Holder with someone like Elvis, in light of the fact that Dougie, a man who was mentally infirm, had been affiliated with the club. We prepared a graphic of information showing the connections between Messer, lower functioning individuals, and some of the background information, including the fact that Messer was on home detention for a January 2018 meth arrest. According to Taylor Hornaday,
Johnny recruited people all the time.
In the summer of 2016, Messer was recruiting men that lived in his Rushville apartment complex to attend Vinlander meetings. Through our investigation, we also realized that Elvis had begun mimicking and recreating Brad Holder's Facebook posts by that same summer. I specifically asked Messer if he had tried to recruit anyone from the Rushville area to be part of the Vinlanders. He denied that he did. However, individuals we later connected to Messer through our investigation advised that despite his denial, Messer had tried to recruit them into the Vinlanders. Brandon Mansfield was one of the individuals we later interviewed who advised that in the summer of 2016, Johnny Messer was recruiting men that lived in his Rushville apartment complex to attend Vinlanders meetings. After conducting our interview with Messer, we also conducted an interview with Taylor Hornaday, a former girlfriend of Messer. She provided information that proved fruitful to our investigation. Taylor was able to provide photographs of Messer, Patrick Westphal, Brad Holder, and several other individuals taken during club meetings or outings that the Vinlanders group conducted. We later conducted a series of interviews with those individuals. Taylor told us,
Johnny, Brad, and Patrick were all Vinlanders. They're all Odinists. All Vinlanders are.
Taylor described how Holder and Westphal took advantage of mentally infirmed man by the name of Dougie, asking him to perform menial tasks for them. Based on the information Taylor provided, we prepared a PowerPoint presentation that discusses Dougie being used by Holder and Messer as a gopher.
It's a gopher, y'all. It's a gopher. The lies, the lies, the lies. People come forward, say this. Man, shout out to All Eyes, Delphi. But this is well put together. Oh my. Oh, let's continue.
On October 23rd, 2018, Detectives Ferenczi and Murphy came back to Rushville to conduct an interview with Messer. Messer claimed to have never been to Delphi. Although
Wrong one. Here we go.
During our interview with Taylor, she indicated that there was a cell phone of hers that contained recordings of a kidnapping that Messer was involved in. So we obtained a search warrant to go get that cell phone and conduct a forensic examination to retrieve those recordings. In 2 of those phone calls, Messer was offering money to other people to find someone so that they could be injured or killed. The 3rd call involves Messer bragging about holding a subject hostage and shooting them at his house. We tried to identify the victims of the kidnapping, but we were unsuccessful. Taylor also told us,
Brad and Johnny are 2 of the most violent people I know. They're fully capable of having been involved in the murders.
She further stated that a motive for their involvement in the murders might be
Motive? There's a concept of blood in, blood out. It's a sort of acceptance into their secret circles. Around Valentine's Day, Johnny borrowed my car to go up there to hang out with Finlanders, but when he came back, my car had blood along the side of it, and he had no explanation for it. I had to go to the car wash several times to get it all off.
Through our investigation and interviews, we learned that Patrick Westfall and Brad Holder had been friends prior to the murders of Abby and Libby. Westfall and Holder were found in a photograph together as late as January 21st, 2017. Westfall appears 10 times in the pictures that Holder posted on Facebook prior to February 13, 2017. However, after February 13, 2017, Westfall did not appear in any of Holder's posted photos. Westfall, Holder, and Messer were all affiliated with the Vinlanders in 2017. Westfall lived within a 7-minute drive of the Monon High Bridge, where Holder and Messer commonly hung out and around.
Look at Brad and Johnny. They look like some dangerous, violent motherfuckers. Look at Patrick Westfall. He look like a violent motherfucker. Super violent motherfucker. Look at Elvis Field. He looks like he he looks like Hannibal Lecter. He looks like he on that type of time. Look at this just ridiculous face motherfucker. Oh yeah. They say Brad was scared of PW. I'll just chill with the family and we just had a good time, watch fireworks and stuff and like whoop 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 whoop. But they keep getting off every time they are charged. Oh, wait. See, this Villander shit and Odin shit, that shit is for real. Y'all don't think shit like that is, but they got these groups, look at them bad, look at all these filthy fucking bastards. Look at them. They all look rejected. You know, this is abnormal. Damn. And you got these violent bastards, who are all tied to this, and there's just so much coming their way. And you take the veteran, the guy who's never been in trouble. Oh my.
According to Amber Holder,
Brad talked about Patrick once when he was drunk. Brad said him and Patrick got into a fight, and they don't talk anymore. They were in the woods, near the river by Patrick's house, doing a ritual. One of them said or did something the other didn't agree with, and they stopped talking after that.
Early in the investigation, after Detective Ferenczi and Murphy learned that Elvis had confessed to his sisters, and after Elvis posed the spit question to Murphy, we wanted to look at Elvis's Facebook page and ultimately compared it with Holder's Facebook page. Elvis was following Holder on Facebook as evidenced by the multiple posts that Elvis mimicked Holder. Elvis was also emulating Holder by recreating Holder's Facebook post in the year leading up to Abby and Libby's murder. We put together a series of 9 side-by-side photographs on the left side of each photo that Holder posts on his Facebook page. On the right side is a photo that Elvis Fields posts on his Facebook page, highlighting just a few of those side-by-side photographs. On December 12, 2018, Detective Ferenczi emailed Sheriff Tony Liggett concerning Holder's supposed alibi and the investigation into whether Holder dumped his old phone and received a new phone number, and also whether Holder sold his vehicle after February 13, 2017. Detective Ferenczi discussed a ceremony that Holder videotaped in Fort Wayne in 2016. Ferenczi provided a Facebook link so that Liggett could watch the ceremony. Ferenczi commented on Westfall's marking the tree in the email, as we believed it was a significant connection to the photo from Holder's Facebook page depicting an F that Holder made from sticks from a tree into a rune. While looking through pictures Holder posted, we also found a meme that was later erased from Holder's Facebook page about friends helping move a dead body. In our first interview with Amber Holder, she discussed the fact that Logan Holder was dating Abby Williams at the time of the murders.
And how could that dummy we watched the other night, that butterball face Alfred Hitchcock looking motherfucker, say it was so much evidence against Richard Allen? Oh, Classic say Holman was furious that the defense got this report, said to Click, how the fuck did they get it? That's why they had to get rid of Click. Ferenczi had been murdered, so they arrest him on BS. Oh my God. See, now it's adding up. Now it's adding up. Oh. Damn. Horseface found out the defense got that BS charges on Click. Ferenczi mysteriously got killed in the light of day, right in front. And Murphy, he's saying, Silent Night, holy night. He quiet. Ooh-wee. Man, justice for Click. Yeah, they had to make sure no one could hear about this report. Ooh-wee. Well, let's continue.
In 2017, Brad Holder told investigators that he was usually in Delphi every weekend visiting his friend, Patrick Westfall, and attending kindred meetings at Westfall's house, usually on Sundays. When interviewed a second time, Amber discussed another conversation she had with Holder.
I went to Brad's to ask him about Patrick. I pretended one of my friends had a date with him, but when the kids were upstairs, Brad got real nervous and said she needed to stay away from Patrick or she'd end up dead. Brad said Patrick told him and his crew were responsible for the murders of the girls in Delphi and a fire that killed 2 girls.
I asked her if she knew of the fires in Florida that killed 4 girls.
I hadn't heard about any fires that killed any kids until Brad said that. He could have been talking about that fire, but maybe got the number that were killed wrong. I'm just not sure. Brad did tell me Patrick and his crew had friends in other states that had no problem killing race traders.
I asked her to clarify. Race trader?
I think it means white people who mix with other races.
Amber said that Holder told her.
Brad said Patrick told him their support club was called 22. And they had powerful friends and a lot of people backing them. Brad was nervous telling me this stuff. He was whispering like he was scared someone was going to hear him. He kept telling me to stay away from Patrick. He said Patrick killed a lot of people, and it didn't matter if they were innocent or not. I think Brad is actually scared of Patrick.
They all over. Oh, we. Shout out to the beautiful redacted. She say Westfall did it. Oh, wait. Shit, they all did it. They did. Oh, wait. Damn. Man, I never seen nothing like this. When you got so much evidence, so much, and you get it this wrong? You got so much evidence, and you get it this wrong. Oh, my. Quick break, 60 seconds.
That's what this case is about. It's about the truth, not hiding it or concealing it, but exposing the truth. Don't let them get away with this. Do not endorse and sanction an investigation that is broken and corrupted top to bottom. That's why you stand as the guardian of justice and the protector of justice. And my question to you is, what will you do with this moment?
Hey, you did that, look at you go. Drop that down and now the whole room know. Big heart energy still in the show. You walk in and the whole place grows. Old school smile with a fresh new grin. Same sweet spot, let the chaos in. Cards on the table, you win again. Everybody turn when you step in. Hands up, look alive. You made the whole night rise. They've been waiting on your name. Now it burns through the frame. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. You did that, and everybody knows. Turn up, toast to them. Let's fucking go. Big heart energy still in the show. Toast to them.
I will not be silenced, and we will continue on our journey for justice for John O'Keefe and for Karen Reed.
Man, because that's what we're about. Shout out to the GOAT, right? I just want to say this. Over Earl and this chat, everybody needs to be cool. I don't care about what's going on, personal beefs. That's small. Right? Shout out to the beautiful Charlie. Now, I rock with everybody, right? But like, one of the main persons I rock with is the general. And I rock with you too, Scott. I mean this with no disrespect. It's no disrespect to the general on this channel. And I'm asking you that humbly, sir. I'm begging you to don't do that, because the general been riding with me since day one. And I rock with you too, Scott, because I appreciate everything you do. And it just, I don't need that over her. And he one of them ones, right, that is, I don't want no disrespect on, because, like I said, I like everybody, right, in this movement. But the general, like, he got a real close place to me, right? And I'm just trying to let y'all know, Scott, I rock with you. I like what you do, and I'm with you 100%. But please, sir, I ask this humbly from the bottom of my heart. No bad words about the general on her, please. That's all I'm asking. You could, talk about the corruption and the injustice that's going on, sir, and I'm for it. Keep it coming. But I like the general, my guy. Right? He really been rocking. He been rocking with me too, Scott, but like it is, and I ain't picking on no sides. I just don't want that. I don't want the general name to be slandered, whether it's direct or indirect. We got to free, like classics say Rick Allen. We got to free the GOAT. Karen Reed, she need to get these silver charges so she can win as much money as she can. The GOAT need to win his case, and then he sue these motherfuckers and get an abundance of money. When I think about what they going through, like that's just what I want to think about. And if you think about what they going through, everything else is unnecessary. And I say that humbly. Now, back to this. Let me play this again.
In 2017, Brad Holder told investigators that he was usually in Delphi every weekend visiting his friend, Patrick Westfall, and attending kindred meetings at Westfall's house, usually on Sundays. When interviewed a second time, Amber discussed another conversation she had with Holder.
I went to Brad's to ask him about Patrick. I pretended one of my friends had a date with him. But when the kids were upstairs, Brad got real nervous and said she needed to stay away from Patrick or she'd end up dead. Brad said Patrick told him and his crew were responsible for the murders of the girls in Delphi and a fire that killed 2 girls.
I asked her if she knew of the fires in Florida that killed 4 girls.
I hadn't heard about any fires that killed any kids until Brad said that. He could have been talking about that fire, but maybe got the number that were killed wrong. I'm just not sure. Brad did tell me Patrick and his crew had friends in other states that had no problem killing race traders.
I asked her to clarify. Race trader?
I think it means white people who mix with other races.
Amber said that Holder told her.
Brad said Patrick told them their support club was called 22. And they had powerful friends and a lot of people backing them. Brad was nervous telling me this stuff. He was whispering like he was scared someone was going to hear him. He kept telling me to stay away from Patrick. He said Patrick killed a lot of people, and it didn't matter if they were innocent or not. I think Brad is actually scared of Patrick.
So, like, when redactors say Patrick did it, like, you hear this woman saying Brad is scared of Patrick. He looked like the scariest motherfucker on the up there. Look at that bruiser Brody looking motherfucker. Look at that mean Santa Claus looking motherfucker. Look at his nose. Bitch look like it been broken 3 places. And look at Elvis Field. Look at this creepy, melty, counter-face motherfucker. Look at this. The motherfucker is just fucked up. He looked like he had plastic surgery, but he just fucked up like that. Look at him. And look at Johnny. Look at him. I mean, damn it. When it's that far back, just cut it off. Your hair ain't on your forehead no more. Let that little hair go. Let it go, Johnny, because it look like it's a duck tail. Look at that smush face, hammerhead motherfucking Johnny. That little bitty hair on his head he holding on to. You can tell facial hair is everything to him. Look at his little smush lips. Look at his nose too. That bitch is leaning to the left, leaning to the right. Classic. Send it to me on X. And look at Brad Holder. Look at him. He got his head turned, but look at his nose too. Like, look at Elvis Fields' nose. Look at his face. He look like he gonna be he look like an old Caitlyn Jenner now. Oh my. Oh wait. Oh wait. And you got Brad right there looking like he a tough guy. You scared of old Patrick, huh? You scared of that big old hippo, ain't you? Scary motherfucker. They do all have the same frown. It's that Odin frown. Like I'm telling y'all, that shit is for real. People think it ain't all type of cook. Oh yeah, shout out to Melanie and Walker in the building. I'm sorry about that, y'all. Like they think these cuts ain't for real. That's what they think. That's what they think. They think these cuts ain't for real. These cuts are for real. And once y'all think they ain't, that's when y'all be the fools. Right? Y'all be the fools. Once y'all think they ain't, that's when y'all be the fools. And one thing my people always tell me, man, you let a fool be a fool. You can't control no fool. If people don't think stuff like this going on, you let them be the ignorant motherfucker. Right? You let them be ignorant by themselves. Let's go to the next one.
Prior to Amber leaving,
Before I left, Brad told me to stay off Westfall's radar because he can only protect me so much if I keep asking questions. He said if Westfall found out I was married to him, I'd be in danger.
Holder also questioned her on why Westfall would be going on a date that he was under the impression that Westfall was married or engaged to someone. Detective Murphy said this about Odinism. It seemed to me to border on almost a satanic type of worshiping, sacrificing, but I couldn't really wrap my brain around it. Through our investigation, interviews, and consultations with other members of law enforcement assisting the investigation, we also learned the Behavioral Analysis Unit, or the BAU, of the FBI determined that the individuals responsible for the homicides were involved in Nordic beliefs. It is the belief of Detectives Murphy, Ferenczi, and myself that there is a strong likelihood that Brad Holder, Patrick Westfall, and Elvis Fields had a strong involvement in the murders of the girls.
Oh yeah, I got it classic. I'm gonna get that up in a minute. Todd Click Report is crucial. Delphi report proves Richard Allen not guilty. Justice, facts, and truth. Shirt is everywhere. I'm bothered. Right. Because everything I done heard is pointing in one direction and one direction only. Not guilty. Everything I done heard the prosecution or other people say who are jackasses who going against the grain, right? It's pointing in one direction and one direction only. Not guilty. Do y'all understand why I'm bothered? This ain't normal. This is the worst shit I done seen. And you telling me this ain't no big story? I mean, it's huge, but you telling me the publication ain't just going up for Richard Allen? Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. How could anybody not look at this case? I'm not a lawyer, but I got fucking common sense. I could see when things getting away or somebody that they have nothing, zero evidence, not a Titi, Nathaniel. And this guy was convicted. Man, you got to be fucking kidding me. You got to be motherfucking kidding me. Right? See, and then when I hear Bob Marley say stuff like this.
Exactly. There are feelings and there are facts, and they are two very different things. And just because feelings are one thing, and yeah, I feel horrible for that. I cannot imagine being those feelings. But at the same point, it's not justice for your kids if you got the wrong guy. Even if it lets you sleep at night, if you're able to compartmentalize it so much and block out all of the noise, all the information that contradicts how the people that you trusted got there, the only thing you do is just kind of take some comfort in that you didn't get there. These people did, and they were wrong. That's not your fault that they got there into that wrong of a way and dug you down there and kept telling you, we're right. We got the right guy. You were bamboozled by these fucks. Yeah. If you really want the right guy, take a look at the whole reality of this, and let's figure out who the hell it is. They might already be dead, but let's at least get there.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I just think if Allen gets a new trial, or if they, because here's what would happen if he gets a new trial, whether it be granted by the appellate court of the Indiana Supreme Court, or post-conviction world, down the road, and he's granted a new trial. But in post-conviction is a very difficult way to go about it. It's lengthy. You've seen it in some recent cases. You've seen it in that corn rate killer case with Todd Mullis, and then more recently with Zach Adams with the Holly Bobo case, both of which we've covered. I did abandon Mullis, so I don't want to hear it in the chat. I know I did. But, it's like, it's a real tough road to hoe. It just is. It's a lengthy battle. And ultimately, at the end of the day, you worry if he gets a new trial, and I believe that they would retry him, as stupid as that seems, but I think that they would do it because they're all in on it. And if he's acquitted, I sadly think that this is a case that is never going to get solved. And it could be, Tony, because of what you just said, that the actual killer is dead.
Yeah.
That's what I believe, but that's my opinion. Your
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, that's why this is so frustrating to me, y'all. Tortured, then convicted him on nothing. It's the worst shit I've done seen. It's the worst shit I've done seen. I can't believe that this is for real. I can't believe it. But it's real. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. And when you think about all the characters that's involved, it's pointing in all their directions. What fucking direction do these idiots see it pointing even a crumb of a mustard seed towards Richard Allen? Nowhere. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. It's unbelievable, y'all. That's why I'm so focused at the goal at hand on injustice and corruption. That's why I'm so focused. That should be the main focus. And like classics say, the state got away with it. I'm in total disbelief. Total disbelief. And it seemed like it's nothing, we could do about it. Until September 21st, he's a white male. That's it, man. Oh, man, classic. Ain't that the truth? Oh, we I am stunned beyond belief. Beyond belief. And let me get to this clip right here, this last one of the Shout to the Beautiful. All Eyes from All Eyes Delphi. Here goes this last clip of this.
However, our investigation came to an end when Detective Ferenczi was shot and killed in the line of duty July 7, 2021. After Richard Allen was arrested, I was initially shocked and confused. I read the probable cause affidavit for the arrest, and I felt like investigative information that Detective Ferenczi, Detective Murphy, and myself had compiled was more compelling than what was contained within the probable cause affidavit for Richard Allen's arrest. I reached out to a friend who is a former prosecutor and practicing defense attorney for advice on what I should do. We decided that we would draft a letter to Mr. McClelland's office and sent it to him by certified mail on April 28th of 2023. My reasoning for writing this letter was to...
Oh, my bad, y'all.
However, our investigation came to an end when Detective Ferenczi was shot and killed in the line of duty July 7, 2021. After Richard Allen was arrested, I was initially shocked and confused. I read the probable cause affidavit for the arrest, and I felt like investigative information that Detective Ferenczi, Detective Murphy, and myself had compiled was more compelling than what was contained within the probable cause affidavit for Richard Allen's arrest. I reached out to a friend who is a former prosecutor and practicing defense attorney for advice on what I should do. We decided that we would draft a letter to Mr. McClelland's office and sent it to him by certified mail on April 28th of 2023. My reasoning for writing this letter was to ensure Prosecutor McClelland was aware of the investigative work that Detectives Murphy, Ferenczi, and myself had conducted and received all the information associated with the investigative efforts and for its use in this cause and for disclosure to opposing counsel as provided by law. Per his advice, any information that was presented to the prosecutor's office should also be discoverable to the defense counsel. I provided a brief summary of our investigation into Brad Holder, Patrick Westfall, Elvis Fields, Johnny Messer, Ned Smith, and Rob Abrams. I did not hear from Mr. McClelland or his office until mid-August 2023. I was contacted by Mr. Mullen, set up a meeting with me and Detective Holman. I was asked to provide all of my investigative materials, which would include police reports, audio and video recordings of the interviews, and they would sit down with me to go over some of the evidence they had against Mr. Allen and put my mind at ease. In August of 2023, I went to the Indiana State Police Post to meet with Detectives Holman and Vito. I provided them with everything I had, including a thumb drive that contained all of the interviews that were conducted, some cell phone extraction data, my audio and video interviews, and then I sat down with Detective Vito for approximately 1 hour to give a brief summary of the investigative work that Detectives Ferenczi, Murphy, and myself have completed. They seem uninterested in our investigative efforts. After this meeting with Detectives Vito and Holman, I left the Indiana State Police Post. As I was walking out, I noticed Brad Holder sitting in the front lobby. Following that meeting, I was never contacted by Unified Command. However, I contacted Detective Holman shortly after the Franks memorandum was released because I was contacted by a friend of mine that stated the female by the name of Alicia Cole, who shared children with Johnny Messer, had a cell phone of Messer's that she believed I might be interested in. During our investigation, we had searched for several cell phones belonging to Messer that he would have been using during the time that Abby and Libby were killed. We refer to that cell phone as the Goldilocks cell phone as we believe there might be information contained on that cell phone of significance to the investigation. I contacted Detective Holman to explain the significance that we felt the cell phone provided. Holman said that he would make arrangements to obtain the cell phone. I contacted Alicia Cole, and I told her that Detective Holman from the state police would be contacting her to retrieve that cell phone. After approximately 2 weeks, I contacted Alicia to make sure the cell phone had been recovered by the Indiana State Police, but it was not. At the time, I contacted Brian Alvey, an investigator for Bradley Rosie, to advise him of the cell phone, at which point he went and retrieved it from Alicia Cole.
Man, shout out to Wake Up America. Y'all been having trouble getting to upload this video, but shout out to Wake Up America. Thank you for being here. Did y'all see this? Did y'all just hear that? Like they didn't care. Goldilocks phone. They didn't care about Richard Allen. He meant nothing to them. They don't care about natural human life or a human being, period. Because that's not a human mistake, right? That's an idiot's mistake. And it's tough to watch. Before I play this next video, I know it's not the 4th no more, but I still got to give it up and say to all my veterans and to everybody, happy 4th of July. Man, happy 4th of July. Man, happy Independence Day, y'all. Now, let's get to the first part of this video redacted, just sent to me. Let's get to the first part of it.
It is so damn steep off the edge of that trail down to the water side. Like, it is ridiculous. Like, you can't find anywhere along that trail where you can just drop right down to the flat area, I guess, where the girls were found very easily at all. Like, it's treacherous, it's dangerous, it's a very, very steep drop down. They would have had to been taken away from the trail and brought back in that direction, because you would not have got anybody up that hill. I don't care how strong, and it would take one seriously in shape bastard to make that kind of, physical feat, because that was just trying to step off the trail and get down to access points in that creek was horrible. You had to go further down the road past the little DCS building. And then there was a little spot you could pull off the country road and step around a guardrail, and there was a beaten path down to the creek, and that's where we would play in it, because you couldn't get to it any other way. Not off the Monon High Bridge Trail, at least that I remember.
Let's see. How does your club view interracial relationships?
The Vinlanders, nobody in the Vinlander had any interracial ordeals. Just like a lot of other people in standard society, because somebody doesn't agree with it doesn't mean anything bad about them as a character or person. There's tons of different kind of bears, but you don't see polar bears going out and being in relationships and breeding with black bears. You don't see red flags. You wouldn't be any kind of a probate or patch holder if that was the case. There's plenty of supporters that had mixed kids and other kids like that, but it's not as a patch holder, no.
Could you be a black person?
No. It was Europeans, man. That was it. There's plenty of all black clubs out there. There's plenty of groups that are all Mexican Spanish clubs. This was one for Europeans. Sanguination type thing.
You see that little picture there?
Yeah.
But that is the picture. It's horrible.
Looks like a banana.
No, but when I looked at when I saw it, I said, that's a hammer. I was trying to draw it, and I was like, I'm so horrible. It's ridiculous.
So look, before I play the other half, who the fuck was that bald-headed dude talking classic? Saying you don't see a different type of bird, but you don't see a polar bear here with a black man. Shut your dumb ass up. Who the fuck was that? Oh, who the fuck was that? Oh my God. Oh, wait. I'm talking about the fucking barrels. And yeah, the floor fours, the Angels, and that was Patrick Westfall. Oh, wow. Let's get to this next part.
I'm so horrible. It's ridiculous. You thought it looked like an R, but from the jump, I thought it looked like.
But you have to remember, it looked like it was done with somebody's finger. So it looked like
I thought it looked like she had an object in her hand that was wiped away around or something. I do not know, but her hand is all covered in blood except this one area, and I could clearly see what. I leaned over to you and I was like, "Why does that look like a hammer?"
Like a lowercase r.
To me, it's
all right. So like if it were a person that did it, so imagine a bloody palm, and that somebody just took their finger to line up like this and then a small r. Like I don't know if that's a symbol. Like I don't know if that's a symbol.
I thought it looked like
because that area had not one drip of blood. It's like bloody hand except for this thing. Like I'm trying to think like if I put my hand together strangely and it gets opened up, like if I'm pinching my hand together, would that have created it?
No, because on one of her fingers were bent.
It did not look like Thor's hammer. Like I don't even know why else is bringing the hammer thing up.
I swear, to me, it looked like a hammer. It was the first thing that I saw when I looked at it. I even saw a little rounded, like I had to ask Bart McDonald, because Bart McDonald would have been able to look at it close up in the evidence, like when they went to view it. But I'm telling you that it was too clean. I think the object could have been in the hand and then the blood like came after. But when the fingers were bent, I noticed, like, it's too hard to explain, but in my mind, it looked like a hammer or a really like pointy. It was the roundness of the top that makes me not think it was an R. It was rounded at the top.
So my last video pissed you off. Well, this one's really gonna piss you off. So you don't like my hat? You think I'm the murderer because I'm wearing this hat, right? Well, how about this hat? This hat trigger you? What kind of haircut do you have, Karen? I mean, I definitely have a dickhead haircut. Okay, fact one. Guys.
Oh my God. Damn. What is this? Everybody, I am dumbfounded. Because I really can't believe what I'm seeing. He said it'll take a really strong man. Really? So if that's the case, we know that Richard Allen was 5'4" nothing. Oh, I got to watch this again. I got to see this stupid, ignorant bastard again.
It is so damn steep off the edge of that trail down to the water side. Like, it is ridiculous. Like, you can't find anywhere along that trail where you can just drop right down to the flat area, I guess, where the girls were found very easily at all. Like, it's treacherous, it's dangerous, it's a very, very steep drop down. They would have had to been taken away from the trail and brought back in that direction, because you would not have got anybody up that hill. I don't care how strong, and it would take one seriously in shape bastard to make that kind of, physical feat, because that was just trying to step off the trail and get down the access points in that creek was horrible. You had to go further down the road past the little DCS building, and then there was a little spot you could pull off the country road and step around a guardrail, and there was a beaten path down to the creek, and that's where we would play in it because you couldn't get to it any other way. Not off the Monon High Bridge Trail, at least that I remember.
Let's see. How does your club view interracial relationships?
The Vinlanders, nobody in the Vinlander had any interracial ordeals. Just like a lot of other people in standard society, because somebody doesn't agree with it doesn't mean anything bad about them as a character or person. There's tons of different kind of bears, but you don't see polar bears going out and being in relationships and breeding with black bears. You don't see red flags. You wouldn't be any kind of a probate or patch holder if that was the case. There's plenty of supporters that had mixed kids and other kids like that, but it's not as a patch holder, no.
Could you be a black person?
No. It was Europeans, man. That was it. There's plenty of all black clubs out there. There's plenty of groups that are all Mexican, Spanish clubs. This was one for Europeans.
Sanguination type thing.
You see that little picture there?
Yeah.
That is the picture. It's horrible.
Looks like a banana.
No, but what I looked at when I saw it, I said, that's a hammer. I was trying to draw it, and I was like, I'm so horrible. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is excellent work, Redacted. Oh my God. Damn. And good morning to Spooky Small PR firm. Salute. Well, I got to look at the last part. Hold up, y'all.
I'm so horrible. It's ridiculous. You thought it looked like an R, but from the jump, I thought it looked like.
But you have to remember, it looked like it was done with somebody's finger. So it looked like.
I thought it looked like she had an object in her hand that was wiped away around or something. I do not know, but her hand is all covered in blood except this one area, and I could clearly see what. I leaned over to you and I was like, why does that look like a hammer?
Like a lowercase r.
To me, it's
all right. So if it were a person that did it would so imagine a bloody palm. And that somebody just took their finger, did a line up like this, and then a small R. Like I don't know if that's a symbol. Like I don't know if that's a symbol.
I thought it looked like
because that area had not one drip of blood. It's like bloody hand except for this thing. Like I'm trying to think like if I put my hand together strangely and it gets opened up, like if I'm pinching my hand together, would that have created?
No, because on one of her fingers were bent.
It did not look like Thor's hammer. Like I don't even know why else is bringing the hammer thing up.
I swear, to me, it looked like a hammer. It was the first thing that I saw when I looked at it. I even saw a little rounded. Like I had to ask Bart McDonald, because Bart McDonald would have been able to look at it close up in the evidence, like when they went to view it. But I'm telling you that it was too clean. I think the object could have been in the hand and then the blood came after. But when the fingers were bent, I noticed it's too hard to explain. But in my mind, it looked like a hammer or a really pointy. It was the roundness of the top that makes me not think it was an R. It was rounded at the top.
So my last video pissed you off. Well, this one's really gonna piss you off. So you don't like my hat? You think I'm the murderer because I'm wearing this hat, right? How about this hat? Does this hat trigger you? What kind of haircut do you have, Karen? I mean, I definitely have a dickhead haircut. Okay, fact one. Downhill. Guys. Downhill. Guys.
Oh my. Oh wait. Mm. Damn. You mean to tell me I ain't seen that? I know it's a lot more, but this shit, right, man, was, shout out to Spooky. She said, I hate that anyone has to learn about these people. It will make you never look at the world or people around you the same ever again. Oh my, ain't that the truth? Oh wait. Oh wait. Damn. How the fuck is this possible? How the fuck did Richard Allen get fucking convicted on zero evidence and all this shit is pointing at these other motherfucker ways? How the fuck did this happen, man? Look, Spooky, you say right. Have you noticed any odonism in your area? Like car decal symbols? Hey, listen, Classic, please send me all that. Cause now I got to really start paying attention to this shit. Oh, wait. And I believe all of this shit. You hear me, Spooky? I tell people, if you don't think shit like that is for real, y'all be the fucking illiterate idiots. Oh. Are you fucking kidding? That's how you could tell that penguin looking fucking Judge Gull shit is a part of it. It could be very subtle. Oh, wait. Damn. I can't believe what the fuck I can't believe this shit, y'all. And look, this me seeing that now. But when I did a video earlier today and seeing this fucking junkie, Spooky say, hell, I found that Odinist hangout in the woods in 2018. Had no idea back then. Oh. Oh. And then when I seen this junkie today, planning to make my own thread of how much Odinism doesn't exist in Indiana. When I saw this junkie today and this fucking piece of shit dirtball doing Vogue, bitch look like she's skitsing on skits and say, oh, we could cheat. Oh, I seen the mud. Look at this silly bitch.
Have you seen the picture in the news? I mean, you've had to see that.
I have. I also try I have, but I try really hard also not to look at it too much because I tell him afterwards, and I just remember the mud.
Okay.
And I don't want to I'm trying to describe what I remember seeing.
Well, in previous situations I've been involved with, I'm sometimes hesitant about having the photo around because you couldn't tell that that's the actual person. Then you'd be like, oh, wait a minute, you're showing a picture of somebody, but they know that's the guy. If that picture is sitting right here with us, do you think it would help you?
It might.
Because we can cheat. I do this all the time. Like if there's surveillance photos from the bank or stuff like that, we can cheat. If you want to bring that?
Yeah, because it might help me because
it's definitely put it in context. So we don't have to make this hard. We can cheat.
No.
Let me go get it.
Yeah.
What the fuck would that junkie know if she only seen the mud? What the fuck would that fucking stupid junkie bitch know? And I didn't know that this was the bitch until earlier that made out the sketch. This dirty junkie, dirty skinned bitch. Oh, this is. Oh, wait, man. Oh, wait. Damn. Man, hold up. Shout out to T. Dim, who just turned me up. I ain't gonna say your whole name on that, but I want to let you know I definitely appreciate the turn up. So y'all look, I got to turn up for T. Dim. I don't know who that is, and you don't got to tell me. I just say the first initial, last initial. I want to let you know I appreciate you so much for turning me up, and we finna turn you up. All right, let's. Man, hold up. And that song means so much because they say, oh, 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 oh. And I say, Richard Allen lead us, mo, 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 mo. And we got to keep the pressure. I ain't done. We're going to turn up for you. You're my first turn up T-Dem. So I'm going to turn. And we ain't through because, look, we're a community, we're a tribe, we for injustice and fighting corruption. Hey, TD, now let me turn up for you. And that means so much to me, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it to death, whoever that was. Thank you. Y'all got to say it. So I'm just going to call you T-Dem, right? Like I say, man, there's so much going on out here, y'all. And listen, I ain't perfect, right? Like, I got to do better too. Like, you got to, and I had to learn that when I joined this community because I come from boxing, right? I cover boxing, right? And it's different over here, right? So I had to learn to adjust, and in life, you got to learn to adjust, and not just adjust over here in life. You got to adjust on a regular basis because you want to treat everybody like they somebody you love dearly, man. Treat everybody like your neighbor. Like, it's okay to be kind. You ain't got to have your head stuck up. But you got to have no attitude all the time when you get that attitude. And I got to work on that too. I do. And every day now, it's a work on it. Oh my God. Damn, I just got turned up again by Spook. Hold up, Spook. Hold up, Spook. Oh my God. Man, Spooky small time. PR4, are you ready? Because we are a tribe. Let's turn up. Hey, Spooky, I appreciate you. We ain't done. Let me do that again. We got a couple of both of you. Let's turn up. Man, that means everything to me. Look, you heard that, and we ain't done, Spooky. One say, Richard Allen, he need us mo. One thing about me, I am so relentless. I am, and I hope I'm showing y'all I'm really like that. I'm a dog in this field. When I'm on something, I mean it. I don't play no games, but we'll get back to that. Let's continue to turn up for Spooky. We got two more for you. Man, hold up, Spooky. One more. Let's do that gangster lean with me. And shout out to the beautiful Misty in the building, right? And thank you so much, y'all, for them compliments, right? I appreciate that. That's why, look, this is important. This is important, y'all. And I want to let all the cranks know, because I'm the newest crank, you know, and I promise y'all, I'm not stopping. I am going to keep going and going and going. I am like that. I'm 10 toes down. I mean, through rain, sleet, or snow. I'm on it. And that's why I say it is very important to share this live. We have to get this out there. We must go extremely hard at this. And I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping, y'all, because I'm fucked up about this. And like I say, I hate to play this, but it's necessary, right? Richard Allen, the way he looked when he first seen his wife, it's necessary. Because people need to see this, and they need to hear how this man was tortured, how this man looked, how they kept him in solitary confinement for 13 months, but they kept him there 4 or 5 months before he seen his wife. They put the great Bob Marley say, they put a pre-trial defendant and the beautiful Andrea Burkhart in a prison before he even, who does that? Who does that? It's necessary.
I need to know if you still love me, baby.
Yes, dear.
Okay. And everybody else will as well? Honey?
Yes.
Because I may have to spend the rest of my life here, or...
Stop talking about it, please. That's not true. Okay? Okay?
I don't understand. I just got to know that everybody's still going to love me.
Love you.
Because I may only be able to see you one last time. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, thank you. It's not true.
It's true, honey.
No, it's not.
It's true, honey.
No, it's not. You're not well.
I'm well.
No. No, you're not.
Yes, I am, honey. I just hope that you'll still love me, because I may only, if I get the electric chair, or if I get the death penalty.
No. No, honey, that's not going to happen. No.
If it does, will you be there for me?
It's not going to happen, dear.
Do what?
Nothing. This isn't right. They messed you up so bad.
It's okay, honey. I did it. I did it, dear.
Stop.
I cannot stop. I've got somebody here listening to me right now, dear.
No. You did it.
I don't.
Oh, you did it, dear.
I killed Ashley, dear.
No, you didn't. Stop. Stop saying that. No, you did it.
I knew I was supposed to let you go. I was trying to let you go.
Stop. Dear, we're going to be back together.
You have 1 minute remaining.
I hope you're always going to love me. No matter what. love me, baby?
Who's with you? Who's with you? Who's with you? Who's with you? You need to stop talking. If there's no much lawyers out there, you need to stop talking. Who's with you, honey? Who's with you?
Thank you for using GT.
Oh my. Break my heart every time I have to play that. But it's necessary. Because people have to understand how choreographed this is. Look at how he talking. And like Classic mentioned to me the other day, where the fuck did the electric chair come from? Why the fuck is... Where the fuck did that come? I can't stop talking because it's someone right here next to me. You motherfucking bitches. Man, I fucking hate you bitches in Del Ho, Indiana. I hate you bitch ass motherfuckers. They put him over there in that prison, y'all. And then you had this ignorant, stupid fool who we listened to yesterday. Too much, you don't know what he did. He may have them right us. He may doing this. He don't look like the typical prisoner. I see guys like this. We don't know. Shut the fuck up. You butterball face, Alfred Hitchcock looking bitch. Shut the fuck up. I am angry. And don't let me explain to you the beautiful Andrea Burkhart could tell us about that.
Then we got to Westville. So as you know, if you've followed much of the background on this case, certainly they talked about it in opening statement. Rick Allen was not held in a local county jail as 99.999% of all pretrial detainees who are held in custody are held. He was taken to a Department of Corrections prison. He was taken to a maximum security prison. He was taken to the maximum security wing of the maximum security prison, and he was held in isolation, having not been convicted of any crime for 13 months by himself in a cell. And so we spent the afternoon learning about what that did to Rick Allen and what that was like. And I said on this stream a couple few episodes ago, I have represented thousands of criminal defendants. And I can count on one hand the number of monsters in human skin that I've encountered among criminals, some of them serious, violent criminals. I saw more monsters in that courtroom today than I ever saw in an orange jumpsuit. And they had badges.
I saw more monsters in that courtroom today than I ever seen in orange jumpsuits. And they had badges. Oh my God. Like Classic say, you could see her fighting back tears. Right? They took him there for what? So they could brutally torture him and do what they did to him. do you understand that a lot of the stuff they probably said that they were going to do to his wife and his daughter if he wouldn't have said that? Because he thinking to himself, I'm an innocent man. If they could do me like that, they could get them too. 23 hours a day. They took him narrow. Answer that. They took him narrow so he could be isolated. So they could have him isolated. And tell us, Bob, about that.
Solitary, he was in a single person cell. When you take a guy who's presumed innocent and you stick him in the most secure cell, in the most secure prison in the state of Indiana, and hole him away for 23 hours a day for 13 months, if you don't think that that's a problem, then I suggest you hole yourself up in your bathroom for 30 days and let yourself out for an hour a day to go into a 3x3 cage to talk to somebody who's ostensibly supposed to be helping you. But it turns out that that person is some kind of true crime weirdo who's a digger and was actively researching the case for the very person she's treating. Everything about what happened to Richard Allen should make your skin crawl if you live in this country. It should terrify you. It's an issue of voluntariness. That's what the confessions come down to. This isn't when you're watching an old cop show and they have the light, shining in your face and the cops screaming in your face. And, they have you in there for 18, 22 hours straight, no sleep, no food. They're not giving you anything to drink. This isn't that. This was far more nefarious. That's illegal. I mean, like this was something that was done in a way so that he would break mentally. And it's exactly what happened. He broke mentally.
This was did in a way by sending them up there, which you shouldn't do because he's a pretrial defendant, to break him mentally. And he was broke mentally. Thank you, Wake Up America. Appreciate it. Thank you, man. And make sure y'all stay tuned in. If y'all hit that like, share, subscribe. If y'all can support the channel, it's running across the screen. This was did in a way to break him mentally. And they broke him mentally. And like let's say, he didn't even get an hour. I believe that. Remember, earlier videos, Bob Mother was telling us he was bumping his head in the wall and eating his own feces, man. Are you kidding me? Oh, wait. Oh, wait. That's why I say, if you're going through something, think about Rick. Think about the GOAT. Think about everybody who got injustice. Think about False, the case, how he got railroaded. Think about people like that. I think your problems is nothing. Other stuff that's going on, it means nothing. Oh my God, y'all. He can't do that to him, man. They did him dirty, man. But you lying to go 15 days I thought it's illegal to be there. They had him there for 13 months. Then you have this dickhead Yesterday we was covering, act like he did something. Like he was convicted, or we don't know why they sent him to Westchester. Ain't that a bitch? Man. That's why I say, the drama is for the birds. I don't care about that. Oh, hold up. Is the beautiful Jordan on here? Did I mess up? I'm trying to just really understand. This is so important, y'all. Mm. Mm. Ooh, this is tough. And that's why I say, man, I ain't having no more drama. Like, unless it's necessary. Right. That's why I had to speak out, for my God, the general, that it's just not going to be tolerated over here. Like, we as a community together, man, and I ain't with none of that shit. Like, I'm really not. And I don't like that. I don't, you know, I don't like it, and I ride with Spooky from the area where I'm in Dallas. Oh, wow. So you from that area? Oh, wow. They moved him? He in Oklahoma? Mister, you was just in McKinney? Really? Oh, wow, spooky. Oh, Lord, I'm praying for you every day. Oh, yeah, Misty. McKinney, like 30 minutes from me. It ain't even that far. Go through Allen, then go to McKinney. Man, Texas nice. Had it come down here to Texas, man. It's a lot of people moving to Texas. Oh no, it ain't got to be paused. This is fully personal. I get it. Trust me, I do. I get it. I do. I get it. You know. And I just I'm invested. I'm invested. You work for okay, and you have a farm in Wilma, Texas. Okay, yeah, Wilma Hutchinson. Damn. Missy says she's finna move to Texas. Yeah, this shit is personal. This is personal, y'all. And I ain't stopping. Too much of a paper trail would be a bad business decision on their hand to take. Ooh. Man, I don't even want to think about that. Oh, this is, I don't get it, y'all. I don't get why, people ain't following this case more, why this ain't bigger. Oh, we. It don't matter. We got to keep chucking. We got to keep going, though. We got to make them push it. I mean, it's just bigger because Texas is real wide open. There's a lot of places to go. So trust me, you get to Texas, you will really love it. But this case should be bigger, man. And like, it's just nowhere in my mind, right, that I can see in any type of way that when this go to the appellate, that this shit shouldn't be overturned in 2 minutes. I'm thinking of everybody who in this movie. I'm just so happy to meet all y'all. Oh, wait. Dallas Grapevine, yeah. Oh, yeah, spooky. This is a moment. Like, y'all been on it. I'm just glad to be a part of it now, because we riding for this injustice and corruption and the bullshit that's going on, because It ain't no doubt in my mind. I got the faith, man. It's too much. Like, especially now, right? Especially now. The fuckery been out there. But I'm still worried because I don't like the fucking city and county. I don't like them. Don't. And not the people know who they are. I wouldn't even stop eating that motherfucker. Dumbass Patrick Westphal talking about, it's been like that. A polar bear not gonna go sleep with a black bear. Well, because a polar bear fucking white, you think a polar bear is just white. You stupid motherfucker, they polo bears. Dummy. Stupid, ignorant son of a bitch. It's just like saying dogs and cats won't screw each other if they're not the same. Get the fuck out of here. Man, a dog smells a woman dog in heat, a cat, they gonna go back it up. Girl, they gonna be like, girl, you look good once you're back there. You's a fine mother. Fuck is he talking about polo? Shut your dumb ass up. Man. But we locked in though, y'all. We locked in. I'm all the way locked in. I just want to let y'all know I really appreciate y'all. I really do from the bottom of my heart. I really do. It means everything to me. Right? For people to show up and show out. Especially because what it's about. Man. I'm not stopping y'all, so, and I hope I'm showing y'all that I'm not stopping. That's funny about your dog. That's funny. So, I see y'all soon. We're on that free Richard Allen, free Cheddar Boy, and free every other person that's injustice and corruption. We riding away. We riding out. I'm riding. I love y'all, and let's stay together. Man, we stay together, we ride together, we make shit happen.
not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, I'm the right one, yeah. 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 I'm the right one, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not the one, I'm the right one. I walk in like a bird, cold look, clear aim. You wanted smoke, I heard it. You talk big, all wordy, all bark, no bite. You can't win this fight. I seen your hand shake when the room got quiet. I don't need a threat, I bring it, then I write, yeah, yeah, yeah. Tick, tick, hear that whistle, step too close, get the missile. Blood in my eyes, stealing my jaw. Say my name once, then stand by the law. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. You came for when you left with none. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't just a crowd, I let them come. I stare here hard like a loaded drum. You keep on talking, I keep on moving. Your chest gets loud, but your legs ain't proving. You want that title, you want that crown. I take one look and I shut it down. I crash when the flow gets mean. I came in clean, let the scene pristine. Tick, tick, hear that whistle, step too close, get the missile. Blood in my eyes, stealing my jaw. Say my name once, then stand by the law. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. You came for when you left with none. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah, 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 yeah. I don't bend, I don't break, I don't flinch, I don't fake. Every shot you throw just feeds my pace. Every lie you spit, I put back in your face. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah. You came for when you left with none. I'm the right one, yeah. I'm not the one, yeah. I'm the right one, yeah, yeah.